Hey, what's going on, Todd? It's Chris. So here we are with the Land Cruiser. Just wanted to let you hear the engine run clearly before I back it outside. All sounds good under here. So one thing I want to show you, there is a little bit of peeling going on here with the hood insulator. It's pretty minor, but at least wanted to show you that while the hood was up. And I'm going to pull it outside and we'll start the walk around outside. So here we are, Todd. I'm going to just run it down the street real quick for you on video. Just showing you that everything works as it should, makes the right noises, all that kinds of stuff. And since I'm here, I'll go ahead and engage 4 low for you. So we are in 4 low. There's all your different settings that you can select through the multi-terrain select, which is awesome. And I'm going to go back to 4 high. And there we are. And we're off. All right, so I'm gonna cut this here and I'll be right back with you for the walk around. All right, so I'm gonna go through the inside since I'm already in here. It's too cold outside to be coming in and out. But so first thing we'll say right here, obviously these steering wheels are not real wood. They're just laminated, as you can see. And you'll see this from time to time where guys wear rings or whatever the case may be, or maybe they're just nervous and they pick at it. So you got that going on with the steering wheel right there. It actually blends in pretty well with the burl, but outside of that, the rest of the steering wheel is in good shape. So on these 200s, Todd, I know you kind of mentioned asking about my opinion of the overall condition. The inside of this is in great condition, man. A lot of the normal wear spots you'll see outside of that steering wheel will be right here on these buttons. You'll see these buttons will wear. You can slightly see right here on the edge where it's just starting, but typically you'll see it on the outside of these buttons. And all of these look really nice. Moving over here to the center stack. Let me just mess around with some stuff for you.
Or cracks in your brick. that could mean your home's foundation is in trouble. Ramjack offers the most reliable product installed by crews with
Audio up from the steering wheel.
Experience. And we back our work with a transferable life of structure warranty. Call
Down from the steering wheel.
8881 for a free estimate. Or visit AtlantaRamjack.com.
I'll toggle through the modes on the steering wheel. We're on Bluetooth, audio, video, and back to FM. Bright lights work, headlights on, fog lights on, fog lights off, lights off. There's your wipers, high mode, low, auto, blinkers, left, right, hazard, let's see here, and then obviously you can just go through here and start to kind of mess with a lot of this stuff, but everything works as it should.
Like mandatory, you have to learn this song.
Changing the stations. So coming down here, center stack, console, all this area looks nice. Same thing, none of this is real wood, and it will chip and start to peel and do different things over time if it's not taken care of. Again, it looks really good in here. This shifter handle has been replaced at some point for some reason, maybe, I don't know why. It actually feels much nicer. This is leather. Typically it's not leather on the 200s, so maybe that's why they did it, but nonetheless, obviously it's not a big deal, and it's nice and tight. Obviously you can unscrew it, but once it's on tight, you know, it's not going anywhere. So same thing up here. A lot of people put change, different things up here. I mean, look how nice all this looks. All the plastic right here. Ashtray. It's good. Cigarette lighter. Never been used. And there is no odor in this thing, by the way. It smells very neutral in here. 12 volt. Heated cooled seats. They both work as they should. ECT power in second. There's the ECT power and off. Obviously these are the multi-terrain select. That's the multi-terrain select knob for when I had it in 4 low. And then you've got the, I forget exactly what this is called, but if you're not familiar, it's meant if you're in a tight spot off-road and you're in 4 low locked, you can press this and the car literally will kind of do as the picture is described. So it gets around tight areas. It's pretty cool. There's quite a few videos on YouTube, you know, regarding that. E-brake handle looks really nice. Comes up nice and firm. A lot of times you'll see wear spots under here from people scratching. That all looks nice. And brake does engage as it should. So sunroof, as you see, well, let me put it in park here. Sunroof is closed, so we will open it. Close. up, tilt up, coming back down. So we're good there. Center console, top of the center console is in great shape. It's no damage. Maybe some light wear, but I mean, nothing major. Storage, cool box. Cool box comes on, blowing nice cold air. This is a cool feature. A lot of people don't like this. I love it, especially during the summer. You can buy an aftermarket tray that sits right in here if you're not going to be using it all the time, for more storage, for whatever, coins, whatever you want it to be. So cool little feature here on these Land Cruisers. So right up here you have your 180-degree view for the camera. As you can see, everything works as it should there. I'm going to come back to the sides and then the opposite direction, looking down. And we're back to the home page. We'll go in reverse. Backup camera works as it should. And we are back here. So, tilting steering wheel, up, down, coming out to me, going back in. So power fold mirrors. Both working as they should. Driver's side mirror moves up, down, up, in. Passenger side, out, down, in, up. Everything looks nice there. Parking sensor control on off. There's your center diff lock. Rear side curtain airbags, you can turn those on or off. The heated steering wheel is on. Traction control is off. Back on now. And I am not going to squirt the headlights because it makes a nasty mess and I don't want to clean it up after, to be completely honest with you. So here's your buttons for your windows and your door locks. As you can see, the insignia all auto is still there. A lot of times you will not see that. That will be gone from worn, just people touching it all the time. You can see there is slight wearing right here on these buttons, the lock buttons, but everything works as they should. Driver's down, passenger is down, passenger up, driver up, left rear coming down, coming up, right rear, oops, excuse me, coming up, and door locks. That's how the door locks work. I know you know that. So while I'm up here, let me get you switched over to the rear DVD. There it is, folding down, and I will walk around so you can see that it's on. Excuse me. Dealing with a lot of pollen down here right now, and it's not fun. So there's your rear DVD. All right, so coming back through here, actually let me show you one thing I saw up here. You can see there is some slight wearing right here on this door pull on the driver's door, but you know, nothing major obviously. Memory seat buttons. So driver's seat, very minor wear to be expected on going on a 10-year-old car with black interior, but nonetheless the seats are in great shape. They're not all beat up. Plastic's all in great shape right here from where the seat belt sits. Seat goes back, Comes forward, tilts back, tilts forward. Another thing that you will see on 200s, for whatever reason, there is a little small stain right there, but the rest of the carpet's nice. For whatever reason, right here, oftentimes on LXs and Land Cruisers, anything 08 and newer, that gets really worn. This carpet's not the best carpet, and this all looks in really good shape. Most of the time you're going to see some wearing right there, and I'm assuming because they had WeatherTechs in it all of the time, that prevented that. So, but that all looks in good shape. Coming back here, window comes down with the switch. Back seats, they don't look like they've been sat in much, to be completely honest with you. That's the best way I can describe it. And hopefully this video will do that justice, because they look to be in great shape all the way around. Armrest, let me see if I can do this with one hand. Excuse my video. So armrest comes down, looks to be in good shape. Again, this is another normal wear spot. Looks to be in good condition. Cup holder, fancy Japanese cup holder, works as it should. So here's all your rear console. I'll toggle through all this as you see. And again, this is another normal wear spot that looks to be in great shape. Backs of the seats, another normal wear spot. They look in great shape. If you're familiar with the 100 series, these map nets get really stretched out, worn out. These are still super firm, super tight. Carpet looks nice under here. No staining, anything like that going on. So here is the third row sitting up. Obviously you have your standard indentions where the seatbelt buckles will dent in these seats. Again, these seats back here don't look like they've had much use. Look to be in good shape. Back of the middle row seat, great shape. Out of the sun, that's why I'm in the shade. Seats look great back here. Headrest is right here. So we'll fold these down. Better shot of the back row seats. Minor scuffing on these third row seats, which is normal. It's from people taking stuff in and out. Same thing on the panel right there, nothing major though. This side looks a little bit better condition than the other side. Taking the WeatherTech out, you do have the factory carpet Land Cruiser mat that looks to be new. Carpet underneath looks brand new. I'll leave those out temporarily. Let's show you the tools real quick. There's your toolkit for the spare. This other side is just going to be storage. Again, the carpet back here tends to get beat up, stained out, looks to be in good shape. Minor scuffing going on this panel right here. One thing I will show you, which is nice, these Land Cruisers that have been in harsh environments, meaning rust, all of this under here will show a lot of rust, especially this aluminum bar and these bolts right here. And you can see how nice and new everything looks. So no issues there to talk about. Everything looks nice under here. I'll leave those mats there temporarily. Window down. Again, all the silver, all the trim looks really nice. You have a little minor scuffing right there, but the rest of the panel looks great. Same thing, let's take a look at this carpet over here. Looks great. No staining, it's not really scratched up, scuffed up like a lot of times you'll see. Again, the seat, again, they look really good back here. Really, really good. Back of the passenger seat, same as the driver. Map nets in great shape. So we're good there. Window down. Window up. Door panels in nice shape. All the trim, silver looks great here. Jamb looks nice. Carpet all looks nice under there, under the WeatherTech. The seat looks like it hasn't been sat in much. Plastic all looks really nice, which these are common wear areas all up in here. Same thing with the glove box door. Owner's manual, factory remote for the DVD still in the plastic, and that's for the hitch for certain trailers. I do have 2 extra keys as well, so I think that does everything on the inside. I'm going to put these mats back in here and we'll start the outside. All right, so here we are walking around the outside. So first thing I would say is that this front bumper at some point has been painted. I did not do it, but it looks great. I mean, the color's perfect. It looks in great shape. So there's not anything wrong with it. It's just, it has been, at some point, it has been painted. And you can clearly see panel to panel, everything looks nice color-wise. So headlights are in great shape, not all fogged out. There is a little bit of wear, which you will see on the top of these grills right here. Just fading. It's been in Texas since new, so hot climates, it's not uncommon to see that on these. Obviously, front-facing sensing for the cruise control looks good. Camera for the front-facing camera is in great shape. This passenger side headlight, same as the driver, looks to be in great shape. So the hood does have, and the fenders does have the factory PPF right here. I'm sure you can see that. There is some touch-up that was done to the plastic, which is nice, because if you didn't like it, you could just rip it off. A little bit right there. Again, it doesn't look bad. I mean, it's fine. It's totally fine for what the car is. But it is there, which is nice. It did its job protecting it, but it has been touched up over it. Same thing right here. I think you can see where it stops, where my fingers are. And you have a little minor touch up right there. Again, if it were me, I'd be taking it off, but it's not my car. But here's a good shot of the hood. You can really see that everything looks really nice. Again, a few little minor spots that have been touched up. Nothing major at all. Try to walk around and point out some of these bigger ones, there's pollen all over the car, right there, spot little right there, right there. But again, nothing major, just normal wear and tear on a, again, 9-year-old car with 120,000 miles. Coming over here to the fender, got a little spot right there that's been touched up. I'm gonna just walk down this thing. Here's a good shot of the side of the car. Mirror has the PPF on it. You'll see some pitting and whatnot on it. Again, if it were me, I would just be ripping this stuff off unless you want to keep it on there. It's not going to hurt anything keeping it on there. Pillar, a few little minor spots on the pillar. Again, these have all been touched up, so there's nothing exposed, to the elements. Walking down the side of the car, you do have all your Toyo guard on the edges as well. They all look to be in good shape. They're not all chipped up and beat up. A few little minor spots right here that have been touched up. I'm trying to get a good shot of it. There we go. Right there. Trying to back up here without falling. It's a cool shot right there. I love this paint because it's a pearl and it does funky things in the sunlight, and you don't see it very often, and I like that. So coming down here to the wheels. Wheels are in great shape, obviously. No curbing, nothing like that going on. There's your tire depth in the rear. This is left rear, obviously. Step bars in great shape. Front wheel, no curbing, no marring, nothing like that. There's your front tire. They're getting close to the wear bar. Nice shot down the car. Start out with this wheel. Great shape, no marring, nothing like that. Front tire, again, getting close to the wear bar. So a few little spots here, right here. Again, nothing major. This mirror looks to be in better shape than the other side. This pillar, it's in good shape. Step bar all looks good. Little spot right here. It's been touched up. All the Toyo guard looks nice. Here's your wheel for the right rear. Just like the others, great shape. Rear tires are definitely much better off than the front. A few little spots right here on the bumper. Let me try to get a better shot. I think you can see these two spots that have been touched up. Again, nothing major, just normal kind of wear and tear. Spot right here. Spot right here. A few little spots here. And then this guy had whoever owned this had some kind of tag frame or whatnot that caused this weird discoloration back here. Honestly, it probably looks worse in this video than it does in person, and it's very minor, but nonetheless, that is there happening. There's maybe a better shot of it, and it goes down to like right here on this side. It goes down to like right here on that side. Upper tailgate looks to be in pretty good shape, other than pollen. spoiler. Let me wipe this thing down so I can see it. The spoiler looks in good shape. So yeah, I mean, you know, overall, man, I think you asked my opinion. In my opinion, this thing's in great shape. You know, I see a lot of them, and a lot of them are not quite as good off as this one is. Especially the inside on this. The inside's really clean on this car. So hopefully my video did that justice. One last thing I'll do for you. We walk around this thing and put a paint meter on the panels for you. If you're not familiar, none of these numbers are going to be the same, but they're going to be relatively close. So I'll start over here on the side. Let me get a good grip on it. That's normal. 442. 513. See, they're never going to be the same. They're going to fluctuate throughout the car, but you want them to be relatively close. 493. 444. 532. Sorry, I know the video is bad. 426. 4. And what dictates how these numbers kind of change the way they do is how thin or how thick, you know, the area is where they sprayed paint. So like these thin areas are going to have much less paint on them. You know, if some of these panels, that's a good example right there, 390, on how thin it is, and the top surfaces are always going to be much thicker. So sorry, I know this is really bad videoing right now, but I'm trying to do the best I can for you. 463. What does that say? 473. There's a cool shot of the hood. Just the color and the pearl. Let me stand up here and do the roof and we'll be done. Whoa. Super thin up here. All right, man. Well, I hope that helps. I hope this video wasn't too long, but I wanted to try to be as clear as I could with it. Oh, I know you've already seen the undercarriage, but let me just get under here one more time. It's in great shape. There's no rust anywhere. Super clean. Sorry, man, I accidentally stopped recording when I was getting down on my knees. Spare tire looks new. Yeah, so there you go, man. Let me know what you think. Talk soon.